Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's time to grab a cup of joe and enjoy the show. First up, Femme Medical and Spa joins me in studio to share about their upcoming Bridgerton Women's Health event that's taking place on September 4th. This is the perfect opportunity to visit their new location, learn about their OBGYN services, and also try out some of their med spa services. And don't forget to come dressed in theme. Then Visit Fort Wayne is here to share about their annual Be a Tourist in Your Own Hometown event taking place on September 7th. This event is a great opportunity to explore museums, historic landmarks, and also attractions all for free. And later, it's Mental Health Matters with Viking Psychiatry, and we're discussing resilience and mental health. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Dearest gentlewomen of Fort Wayne, it appears the most anticipated event of the season is upon us. Femme Medical and Spa is hosting a Bridgerton-inspired women's event, which is a health soiree, and you're cordially invited to step into the world of elegance, empowerment, and self-help. From health education to spa indulgence, this isn't just an event, it's an experience fit for royalty. So dust off your pearls and prepare to promenade, because when it comes to health, they shall not settle for anything less than exquisite. And joining me today is their owner, Dr. Ashley Scott, and Drew, their esthetician. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, greetings.
Oh.
Hello, Governor.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, hello. Okay, so this is so fun.
Yes.
So we are fitting the occasion, and I think everyone loves a little Bridgerton theme. So before we get into the event, just kind of give us an overview about Femme Medical and Spa in case this is someone's first time hearing about it.
Yes, so I am a board certified OBGYN. So I practice full scope gynecology, not so much of the obstetrics anymore. So I can do everything from pap smears to surgery, but I'm also board certified in menopause care and obesity management. So we really can have like a one-stop shop with women, whether you need just like your routine health fitness taken care of, or you want to talk about losing a couple of pounds, or with our aesthetic service line, we can do everything in the wellness space to make women just feel luxurious and pampered.
Yes, and of course, when you walk into your facility, it's just so beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, it's dashed out in pink, and it's fluffy, and you offer tea, it smells good, and it's a vibe because it is about relaxation and also women's health.
Yes.
So that combination is unique. Are you the only facility in Fort Wayne that offers that dual element?
That we know of, yes. And we were intentional in our approach because it can feel daunting and nerve-wracking for women to come to see their gynecologist. So I really wanted to take the fear out of the experience and make it just feel like a warm, welcome, inviting space where you can really let your hair down, and it's just women, and we're just there to, we're going to talk health, but you're going to have a good time while you're doing it. So.
Yeah, exactly. And so, Drew, talk to me a bit about the aesthetic side of it. You're a licensed esthetician, and so you really help people in different areas. So what do you specialize in?
Absolutely. I specialize more in our vaginal rejuvenation side of things and women's intimate wellness, speaking on devices such as M-Stella and the M-Femme. Have been beautiful components to our practice when it comes to integrating aesthetics and gynecology. My background is in sugaring as well, but we also have devices such as skin lasers, the BBL, and Moxie lasers, hydrofacials, diamond glows, anything that somebody could need to start their skincare journey, or if they've already been a pro at it, we're there to accompany and to support them.
Yeah, I love that. And it's almost like skincare from head to toe.
Absolutely.
It's not just your face as you would think of, right?
Yes. We really tried to think of every aspect of the woman's journey and like how we can address it.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, now on to the event.
Yes.
So this special event is taking place on September 4th, and that's a Thursday, right? So
Yes.
what time is it?
So it is from 3 to 7 p.m. And we are promising a day of elegance. So it's going to be catered by Liz Reed, who is the owner of a patisserie in Warsaw named Alchemy. We're going to be doing free promotional prizes, raffles on some of our most exclusive services. And it's going to be the sale of the season. So everything is going to be on discount. And this is on our most advanced technologies in the aesthetic space.
Okay, and so will people get an opportunity to be educated, right? Learn about the products and like test them out and stuff?
Yes, so we're going to do a day of demos the day before and the day of. So if you want to come out before you're maybe ready to commit to purchasing a service, you can try it out. But in addition, all of the reps from these companies are going to be there to educate the clients in terms of what they can expect from the services, what transformations they can get out of them. And it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we're in this get up because it is, how will we put it, a costumed event, if you shall partake, and coming in your big fluffy Bridgerton and your fascinators and, you know, gloves, the whole get up.
So I love a party. I love to get dressed up. I love a theme. And I just think that the Bridgerton vibe just adds a touch of that timeless elegance and romance. And so that's what we wanted to bring into our space in this event, because it's very fitting with our brand and the aesthetic services that we offer. And in addition, just to add a little bit more fun to the event, we wanted to reward the diamond of the season or the best dressed with the most exclusive event of the day. So,
yes, I love that. And I know that so many people are looking forward to it, right? And they're already choosing their costumes.
Yes, we've had many people tell us about what they're going to be wearing, dress
lots
inspiration.
of emails for like, can I get this wig? I'm like, do whatever you want to do, because the more over the top, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah. And so what would you say would be the biggest misconception that people may have about experiencing a med spa and trying out the services?
I think I would say maybe it's because they're looking for like a transformation immediately, and what they need to understand that this is a journey, it's a process, and we're there to support them in that journey. So we like to start each patient interaction with a consultation to understand exactly what their goals are and what's the best path of getting there.
Right, yeah, which is great. I mean, it's such a cozy spot. If you haven't already seen, you may actually go inside and visit the medical spa and try out the services myself. It was such a great experience, and I think that it's just an awesome facility, and the procedures work, which is great.
Yes, and they feel luxurious. They're not painful when you're getting them done, so you really are there to relax.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, my pleasure.
We'll see ya.
And if you would like more information about Femme Medical and Spa, we'll have their website listed below. And don't forget about their Bridgerton themed event that's taking place on September 4th from 3 to 7 p.m. at their location. Get dressed up, you can come out and try out services and so much more. And I'll see you after the break.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Have you ever wanted just to walk around Fort Wayne and maybe tour different attractions that you've never been to before? Well, now is your chance. Visit Fort Wayne presents Be a Tourist in Your Own Hometown. That's happening on September 7th. And Erin Okeson, who is their digital content manager, is here to tell us all about it. Hey there, Erin.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yes. Okay, so this is such a fun event that happens annually.
Yes.
And so it's kicking off soon. So tell us about Be a Tourist.
Yes, okay, so Sunday, September 7th, mark your calendars. You can visit 23 area museums and attractions for free from noon to 5 p.m. So it's a really neat opportunity, like you said, to get out and experience maybe some of your favorite attractions or ones that you've never been to before. So we have our passports. You can pick them up at any area Kroger or Old National Bank location. They're available now. And then on September 7th, take your passport around to all the participating attractions. You'll get a stamp when you arrive and then enjoy your free admission. So many great attractions participating. So big ones like Science Central and the Botanical Conservatory that many of us know, but others that maybe people haven't been to as much. You can take your phone into the courthouse and take pictures there. You can go to this is a favorite one every year, the Three Rivers Water Filtration Plant. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. They're actually so popular that you have to schedule a time slot tour ahead of time. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
But it's free and it's amazing. You can also, go out visit Elsie Nature Park near Roanoke. So that's a little ways outside of downtown, but so many options for everybody. Just lots of ways to experience our attractions.
Yes. Okay, that's so interesting. Okay, so some you do have to do in advance, you say, to book. And that's why you want to go ahead and get this passport in advance, because it tells you little information, the times, the location of it. And so something that's interesting is you have a new location here this year, which I hadn't seen. Heartland Sings?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, so they're actually going to be performing outside in front of the Visitor Center. So come downtown. It's at 927 South Harrison, right there across from the Grand Wayne Center. And they're going to be performing. So every hour, on the hour for 20 minutes, they're going to do an outdoor performance.
Nice.
And they're incredible. I don't know if you've ever seen them perform, but they just do such a great job. So come out and hear them. We're also going to have free Dryer's drumsticks as well. So two options there at the Visitor Center.
And I'm just going to give them a little sneak peek that at the back of the pamphlet, there's a 20% off coupon to the Visitor Center too.
Yes.
So you can pick up a little souvenir while you're out there. But as you said, some of these places are very historic, right? And so even we've explored a lot of them on the show, which I find so interesting. But the courthouse that you mentioned, the fact that you can take your camera in is a big deal. Why is that?
It is. So normally you cannot take your phone in. You can't take cameras in. But this, during Be a Tourist, you can, which is always a favorite. So it's just beautiful. The artwork, the architecture in there. And so to be able to take pictures in there is really special.
Right. Okay. So in addition to that, there's a couple of museums like the African American Historical Society Museum. And then you also have the actual History Center that's located in downtown that has all types of goodies in it. So out of all the places that's here, what would you say would be like a must-see, you have to have that on your list?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, it definitely depends, what you're interested in. But like you mentioned, lots of great history options. The African American Historical Museum, the Old Fort, they're going to be doing really fun demonstrations. But maybe one of my favorite options is if you want to see a rooftop view of downtown Fort Wayne, we have a couple options there. So the Embassy Theater, you can, of course, go on stage, see the Grand Page pipe organ playing, but you can also go up to their rooftop for those kind of 360 views of downtown, or head over to Electric Works. You can grab some food at Union Street Market and then go up to the rooftop and just get a really unique, cool view of downtown Fort Wayne from the rooftop. That's a favorite as well.
Nice. And then one other thing that caught my eye, you had mentioned the Old Fort.
Yes.
And so that is like very interesting. I don't know if everyone knows that it exists, but it's located, I believe, on like Clinton or Calhoun. But it's actually like a makeshift, like of the olden, what is it, like old war, not impersonation, but what is it when you do the acting?
Like the demonstrations? Yes. So it's a replica fort of the old fort, that used to be here in Fort Wayne. So they do such an amazing job. The reenactors there, they really stay in character. They're amazing. So it's very educational, but really cool. You might hear the cannon going off throughout the day downtown. That would be them. But it's really fun, very interactive there. So that one's always a lot of fun for the whole family.
Right. And then as the family's going around, the landing is one of the stops. And then also, like you said, Electric Works, they can get food from those places as they eat and enjoy it. And the best thing about it, like you said, it's free. And so you can take the whole family.
Yes, you can.
Take a day out.
Just get out, experience our city like a tourist, and see all these amazing attractions that we have here, right here in Fort Wayne. So we're really excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Erin. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information about the event, Be a Tourist in your own hometown, well, guess what? All of these passports are located throughout different stores and also at the Visit Fort Wayne location in downtown off of Harrison. This is taking place on September 7th. We'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry. Welcome back to Mental Health Matters with Viking Psychiatry. I'm joined by Sean Goddard, who is their founder, and today we're going to talk about resilience in mental health. Hi, Sean.
Hi, good to see you.
Welcome. Yes. Okay, so resilience in mental health. What does that mean, and how does resilience impact mental health?
Yeah, so one of the easy ways to explain this is like going to the gym and exercising and working out, right? When we first start to exercise, we often don't have a lot of resilience, right? We can't stand the impact of running on the treadmill and what it does to our body, right? We can only lift that weight so many times before it ends up causing us problem. And so we are not born with resilience, strong resilience to deal with the traumas and the things that life has presented to us. We actually have to build that resilience over time, and some people do a great time of doing it, but resilience is our ability to deal with adversity, stress, and trauma while maintaining a more positive or forward mental health approach.
Yeah, it's like we don't want mental health to take us down.
Correct.
You know, it may occur, people may experience it. I believe everyone at some point in their life experiences a level of mental health, but it's a matter of, is that going to be the end, right? Are you going to let it overtake you, or are you going to push through? And so what are strategies that people can really use to push through and to be resilient in that state?
Yeah, you know, at Viking, we really specialize in treatment-resistant depression. So we get a lot of clients who've been struggling with depression for a long time. And what we see is far too often people get their depression treated, they start to feel better, and then something little happens, right? And then they're right back where they started. And so when clients come to me and they look at options like Spravato or ketamine, I tell them that while these are very strong tools and can make a significant impact, it doesn't do all the work, right? We have to put in and invest, right? Put skin in the game. And so we do that by building our resilience. And so some ways that we can do that is by having self-compassion and self-understanding, right? We criticize ourselves so much. We break ourselves down so much. We make a small error and we take that big error and make it tenfold of what it is, right? And we can't do that. We have to give ourselves some love and some forgiveness for the things that happen. One thing to do is build strong relationships, right? When it's just us going through it, we don't have any lifelines. We don't have people to lean on.
Right.
But when we build strong relationships, when we have good friends, spouses, significant others, or even pets, right? We're able to lean on them to help us through those tougher times when we are struggling or we don't know what to say or do. Having healthy coping mechanisms. I talked to you in a previous episode of how I went to Enfold, and I talked about releasing the traumas of the body and releasing what the body stores. And so one thing that I do now that I find if something negative happens, I try to release that in that moment. So it's a joke in the office. If you hear Mr. Goddard making a weird sound, it's because he's releasing his frustration. And we have to do that because otherwise we just keep packing it in and packing it in and packing it in. So creating healthy mechanisms to deal with those is important. The other thing is setting realistic goals, right? We got the Mrs. Jones and the Mr. Jones, and we want to be like everybody else, or have this thing like everybody else, or do just as good or better than our coworker. And we set all these expectations, and then when we don't succeed, when we don't reach that level, then what do? We go back to self-criticizing and self-hating, right? And so we have to be able to set reasonable expectations for ourselves and take it one slice of cake at a time, right? And then I think the final thing is getting the help when you need the help, right? We need people sometimes to show us the skills and the tools to be able to build that self-resilience. And so it doesn't mean you have to learn and do it all by yourself. There's people out there who can help you do that.
Yeah. And what is this sound that is made? Is it a
Yeah, it can be anywhere from a to a very, very, I would call almost Wolverine type scream, but it's extremely healthy.
Yeah, it's your releasing tool. I like that. Let it go in the moment, and also like forgive people in the moment,
Absolutely.
I love letting go. Oh, I love it so much because it's like other people's toxicity can sit and corrode you when it doesn't need to.
It's something as simple as like a road incident, right? How often does somebody cut you off, right, or not let you over, and then we sit and we stew on that for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes and build it up to something bigger and bigger and bigger, when really what we should do is right in that moment, yes, maybe it's frustrating, maybe it's upsetting, let it go. And I do that right there in that behind that steering wheel, right? Let it go. And who cares what people think when they see you screaming in your car, right? Because it's about you. Let it go in that moment and move on. Don't let all these little things drag you down, right? Because one little weight isn't that big, but 1,000 weights is a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And so let's talk about the way that therapy can really support this resilient state and accomplishing that.
Yeah, it really comes down to building tools, right? It's easy to maybe pick up a book or a self-help book or those type of things, but number one, I find a lot of times that people don't have the time to commit to read them and then struggle with applying those to my situation. Oh, this reads great, but how do I apply this to my situation, my life? I don't see how to do that. And so a really good therapist can help you realize what some triggers and some events are. We have this huge thing inside of us called ego, and it likes to get in our way, and it likes to be this voice that talks nonstop to us and makes us second guess ourselves and question and all those types of things. And so I'm a huge fan of what's called internal family systems, where therapists will help you look at the inside, look at that ego, and look at all those voices that are going on and begin to be able to silence them or ignore them and build that resilience so that those voices don't drag you down.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Yes. With these tools, we can really focus on building resilience through mental health, and Viking Psychiatry is here to help. So I'll list their website below to give them a call, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Viking Psychiatry. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, you can always catch up on episodes and segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. While you're out, give a little smile, give a little wave, share a little light and love today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow for Friday. Hey!
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.